It says
Okay.
live?
Right. It says we're live. Like I'm looking at that, but what happens, I try to join from my iPad so I can see the comments. I can't see the comments when I'm doing the live like this. It won't show me the comments for some reason, but I normally just add a second device and that way I can see the comments. But this thing is telling me that it is May 24th at 3:11. Oh, wow, this is so late. Oh, wait a minute. Why did it do that? Janet, are you there? Let me see. Hmm. Are you there, Janet? Let me see. Are you there? Okay. Let me see.
I have no
Can you hear me?
idea what I just did.
I'm
I
like,
tried
what happened? Did I cut her off? What happened? What happened? Okay.
I tried to share the live, and somehow
She said
it
you were
like
frozen.
it
Okay.
it was gone. So I don't know what happened there.
It's okay.
My
Hey,
apologies.
Tigsy. Our girl
Tigsy!
Tigsy there. Okay. So I said I was going to do a bonus today. So the bonus is I am going to make some rose oil as well because
Ooh.
I have to make a new batch of all my skincare products because I have no whipped butters. So I normally make the rose oil first and then add it to my whipped butters. Okay. So
Hey, can I
here
ask a
is
question?
that.
Oh,
Yes, go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
I
no,
was
go.
I
Go
was
ahead.
just
I need the
gonna ask,
questions.
like, do your whipped butters still sell even though it's starting to get hot?
Oh my
Like,
God. Absolutely.
do they really? I specifically didn't buy the shea butter today to make any because I was like, I don't know if that'll really go. Now I feel silly.
Listen, so
That
this what you can definitely do. You can switch to an oil and you can lighten the oil where
right.
it is not that, heavy, we can
Hmm.
do that. But what happened is I bring a cooler and I keep the products in a cooler because then
Smart.
people can take it home and it solidifies. Even if
Right.
it melt, it will solidify when they get back home.
It
So
does. I
that's
noticed something weird though. One of mine,
oh, let me
it
check this
kind of
out.
like melted and re-solidified, but it was like grainy.
Uh
That's
oh.
something new. I'm not
Oh,
sure what I did there.
grainy, and it was grainy.
It's grainy. Do you want to see? I can grab
Yeah,
it.
let me see. Let me see. You and then I'll tell you a tip.
Hmm?
Yeah, that is cute. Hello to everybody in the chat. This is a healing garden live. So if you're not
Oh,
here for the healing garden live, I don't want to have to put nobody in timeout. So this is a healing garden herbal live video. So please save the weirdness for another channel. So I one of the things that I want to check. Oh, so go ahead. Show me
oh,
the okay. Okay. So that a salve or is that your whipped butter?
it is a salve.
It is a salve. Okay, let me tell you what you can do. You could take a um like a big pot like this
Hmm.
or boil you some water. Put put that back in the water, but not on heat. Bring it up to a boil, turn the heat off,
Yeah.
put the dish in there so that it is flat and let it melt again and then it'll solidify all over again.
Yeah.
Yep. So one
What we did is this is just now ours because this
well,
one
yeah,
it was left in my
absolutely.
it was left in my car
Yes.
when I was going in and out, and yeah, so this happened. So now it's just mine.
Oh yeah, so my little whip
My brand.
butters, I have like a couple of them left,
Mhm.
and there's one I keep in the car. It melt, and then it solidify. It melt, then it solidify. But it's fine. I
Right, so
understand
do
that it will solidify. And then I have actual I put the actual rose petal in it so that I can continue to reap the benefit from the rose that'll continue to release medicinal
yeah.
benefits in it. So, and you should see the
Nice.
rose. And the funny thing is, the rose, because it is organic, it
Mhm.
melts right along with the butter. And even when you wipe it on, it melts right into your skin. There
Oh,
is
that's
nothing,
nice.
there's nothing left on it.
Nice.
It's organic, so it's just like that.
Mhm.
So,
That's cool.
hi, Pari. Welcome to the live. So,
Oh,
what I
Tigsy. Yes, it is. It is
I
the
know that's
baby.
my darling. Hey, Tixie! Happy Friday, everybody in the chat. Happy Friday.
Happy
So
Friday,
this
everyone.
is so one of the things that I wanted to tell you guys too is whenever you are using your pot, any pot or bowl for your skincare products, make sure you use stainless steel. Do unless you have um other pots that you trust that are not that enamelized pots and bowls and things. You don't want to use those. But whenever you're dealing with people's skincare or anything like that, you want to use a stainless steel bowl or pot or anything so that you're not releasing any chemicals into it. Because no matter how good your products are, you if you're using something enamelized like that, it's gonna seep into your products. Yeah, there's no way around it. And no, they may not die today or have an some kind of reaction today. It can be long term. So
Yeah.
that's what you want to make sure of. And then also when you have are using a pot to make your products, you want to keep that product for that. You cannot use it again for making food. So like this pot right here, this is a newer pot. I have found these. I got one for me, one for my daughter. I am using this to make rose water. The roses are organic. It can be used as food, can be used as for skin for your skincare and stuff, but because I am using it for that, I will not use this pot again for making food, for cooking my food in. So you want to definitely remember that. Please do not mix, cross contaminate your products. Your gut is so important, and what we put into it, it has a serious effect on it.
Mm.
Okay, so I am going to. So when I am making the rose oil, right, I use the double boiler method. So I do not, I make sure that there's water, enough water in. And what I am doing for you guys today, which I said is a bonus, is because normally I allow my products to infuse for weeks, months even, because I want to pull out those medicinal benefits that are the most beneficial. So let me see what I'll do. Let me pull up because we are making,
Let me go let my cat out. I don't know if you can hear her
okay,
in the background, but
okay,
she's being ridiculous.
no worries.
Seriously, Freddy.
I am just going to talk about the health and medicinal benefits of roses. Just so you understand why I'm using it. Roses are so beneficial
They
for
really.
your skin, not just your skin, but also your hair.
Mm.
Roses serve a major. If you've never had roses, roses are also one of those ingredients that they use across the board. Whether it's food for cooking, decorating cake, wedding cakes, or you'll see it often in skincare products. It is one of those herbs that is really used across the board like that, but they do have medicinal and benefits, health benefits to them as well.
And
So I bet,
additionally, they smell amazing.
yeah, there is
The
nothing
rose
more
oil is so nice.
beautiful. Oh my God, more beautiful, more fragrant than roses. And roses, believe it or not, roses were often used to keep deer away too, because of their strong scent. Roses, what is the other one? Mints are also used because anything that has a really strong fragrant smell, they keep deer away. Deer noses are sensitive, and they don't like it like that. Kind of like you know how like bunnies be quick to take off and stuff because their
Right.
noses and their hairs. And I talked about that yesterday. I talked about how we have so many environmental factors and health
Yeah.
food factors that affect our ability to to our environment in like a really really timely manner, and a lot of that is because some of our systems are blocked by like trying to
Mhm.
build up like our hair and things like that, so
Right.
our response time is a little bit slower. But
Yeah, that makes
you
sense.
can fix that by just trying to be as healthy as you can and limiting those effects on the body. So just
Right.
that roses are a reason why you use them on your skin is because a lot of times we become inflamed. We have allergic reactions. I am even when I'm in the garden, I come in constantly and wipe my face down because even though you may not see the pollen on your face or on your skin, is there, and
Yeah.
some of them are so tiny, so minuscule that you can't even see them, but you do want to wipe them away. And
Yeah.
roses help to keep that inflammation down. Roses help the skin to be so soft and supple. It helps with
Mhm.
allergic reactions to things on the skin, especially those that are external. Roses help to calm your skin down, to
Mhm.
calm your pores down, because the pores, when it's inflamed, you have an allergic reaction, your pores expand, and the rose
Ooh,
acts as a toner to bring that back down to normal. And
nice.
also, yeah, and also
Keeps
roses
you
have,
younger.
huh?
Keeps you looking younger because your
Absolutely.
pores would shrink. Your skin's all
Yeah.
nice and clear. Mhm.
Listen, the shine that it gives. And it is so refreshing when you spray it on your face. It is so refreshing.
Ooh.
So you definitely want that. But did you know that besides roses are a tradition whenever you want to show some type of affection? Roses are often given as a gift because they boost the mood, and
Oh.
they're signs of it's also used as a sign of affection. And also
Mhm.
it says that roses using rose water or maybe like a rose oil in a diffuser helps you to have what type of dreams is it? I don't want to get it wrong. It evokes romantic dreams.
Ooh.
So having a little rose oil in your bedroom at night may set the mood for you. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So you can make it a
Right.
little bit or when you make this rose water and you put the roses in that spray bottle, I'm gonna tell you one of the tips that I use when I want to freshen my bed sheets or my blankets. I will spray the rose water. There's no other chemical in it. I will keep one bottle that does not have a preservative in it, so that I can use it just throughout everything, whether I'm cleaning my countertops or anything like that, or if I want to spray it around the room. Say I have guests coming over and I want to just freshen the air up, I just go
Uh-huh.
through and spray the rose water and it will freshen up. Um, so roses evoke beauty, they evoke romantic feelings. Rose water helps with the aging process, external things for your skin. Rose water helps bring that calm and it helps tone out the skin. That's why I am a firm believer in the rose water, y'all. That the rose water really, really, really works.
Nice.
So, any other questions? Like, I'm trying to go back. Let me go back. So, it also has. So, let me just give you a couple. Roses are used for the treatment of inflammation, diabetes, uh, depression, stress, seizures, and the aging process. If you feel like your skin is really aging, you can use the rose toner. And I use the rose water twice. I use it before I add my products so that I can keep my skin moisturized beneath all of that product. And then
Mhm.
after I put my makeup and my lotions and butters on, I'll add it on top of that because it takes away some of that buildup, some of that caked up feeling. You want to
Mhm.
break that up, and that's what the rose water will do to it. So what I have on here is because I'll be doing the oil in this one. So I just have the water. I'm going to bring it to a boil, and this should be boiling in a second. And this one is what I will be using. I'm going to turn this one down because this one is ready. Now, when you get, you know where your roses come from. So my roses come from my garden. So I know that all I had to do was wash them. I put them in a bag like this and shake them up. This is just a little mesh bag that I get from Dollar
Ooh,
Tree.
yours are nice and pink.
Yeah, I love that. And I'm actually mixing the colors, so it's really cool.
Ooh.
Because all of the roses are just starting to bloom, I'm okay
Mhm.
with using all of these.
Yeah.
And what happened is the ones that are the pretty ones that I showed on the video last night, uh, they started to wilt. So I'm gonna use these. I wash all of the roses. So I'm going to just add these petals to the bag as well. I'm just trying to break up the petals in here to make sure that I got them all. I did rinse them, but you want to rinse them again. You want to constantly rinse them only because little bugs hide in the leaves of your,
Yeah.
if you're coming from your garden. Now, if you purchase them from the store, like I said at the beginning of the video, you bought them on the side of the road at the gas station or wherever you got them from, you want to ensure that those roses are not sprayed with paint or, to make the color because a lot of times they will use them. Look at this, is so pretty.
Oh, look at
Oh
that.
my God, isn't she pretty?
That's
This is from my garden,
amazing.
y'all. This is from my garden. I
That,
love it. These petals, they're so soft. Now, this is how they make your skin feel. Look how pretty that
mm,
is. See those petals? And all of that fragrance, all of those medicinal properties is gonna make your product just even better. Maybe you're thinking about selling some rose water, like me.
that
So
would be amazing. I've got to ask
listen.
on my business Facebook, like, does anyone have roses?
Uh-huh.
Because we haven't planted any here because
Oh,
this is not our forever. This is
okay,
our
gotcha.
this is
Gotcha.
our place on the way to land.
Forever.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So no,
I
we're
hear you.
not bothered with
Me
roses.
too. That's why I'm container gardening.
Uh, exactly,
This is a stop
exactly.
in between.
Yep,
So what
yep.
I'm doing is breaking these up. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Ooh.
And what happened when you asked about the petals?
Oh, I still need to. I need to
Okay.
think about that when we're done because I was thinking about that anyway. Because
Yeah.
last year I made a product for my mother in law. Uh,
Uh-huh.
she has horrible psoriasis, and the
Mm.
psoriasis, not all of her skin, but the patches with the psoriasis are allergic to the sun. And so
Yeah.
she gets like sun poisoning on them where they swell and they get red and they blister even more than psoriasis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I made her a salve last year with
Yes.
rose infused oil and chickweed
Yes.
infused oil, and
Mm.
just the oil alone was amazing. So I promised
Yeah.
her this year I would add more of the oils so that it
Yes.
sticks in there longer.
Right. And you
She
want to use one that is naturally absorbent to the skin.
Mhm.
Doing my herbal studies, just I because I have different mentors and people that I follow. There's a wealth of information because our skins absorb at different rates. So
Mhm.
look and see which ones. There's some that go straight into the bloodstream. There's
Yep.
some that have to penetrate, take a while to get through those different layers because
Oh,
there's like 7 layers to the skin. So
mm,
you want to make sure you get one down there. And then it's great for her if she's fortifying on the inside too. You know what I mean? To help her
yes.
body fight. Take a lot of anti-inflammatory herbs to
Yeah.
go along with the oil that you're going to make her.
We've had discussions about inflammation
Yeah.
and what in your diet
Yeah.
builds inflammation. But it's
Yeah.
really a trap for senior citizens because
Yeah.
Medicaid offers these pre-packaged, pre-made meals. And I'm like, ma'am, you don't want those. They're free. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Poison.
Nothing beats free.
They're free for a reason.
Listen, nothing is beaten free. I'm sorry, but go ahead. I'm listening. I'm listening. That's funny.
But I don't think that's one of those conversations that like you have it because you for your inner peace you need to have tried, but you go
Right.
into it knowing like this is not going to be effective. This is not going to produce long-term results. So, yeah, so the inside isn't getting we're not getting anywhere with, but the outside that did at least help. So,
Right.
she is
And that's a
anxiously
start.
awaiting a new shipment, but I've got to get some rose petals first.
Yeah. I would check Aldi. I don't know if y'all have Aldi's or Lidl in
We
your
have
area.
all these.
Aldi's has roses. I used to get my roses from them because they don't use pesticides on theirs.
Ooh,
I used
nice.
to get some rose petals from them. They use farmers who did not spray them. So you can check and see if that's still the same process. The only because I'm growing mine, so I'm not back there getting those from Aldi. But that company is a lot more conscious with their
They
products
really
and stuff.
are.
They're not, Whole Foods, but
Yeah, but they're
they're
really
pretty good up
close
there.
considering.
Right. So what's interesting is this is a mix. I have white roses in here, yellow roses, all different types of pink roses in here. What's going to be interesting is what color my rose water is going to turn.
Oh
Because
yeah.
remember, it is
Only
drawn
used
all of those
white.
properties out.
I've only
So
used
I'm
white and the light pink because those grow here in the wild all the time. I've never
ah
seen what happens with the red.
the red is phenomenal. Oh my gosh. I don't have
Ooh.
any red roses because I tried to keep a theme for the garden. But I'm telling you, those red roses, that red rose water, ooh,
Mm,
it is
that's amazing.
red. But some people use it to do water paint. You can use your roses. You can make your own water paint with them. There are certain herbs
Nice.
that are really fragrant and have really strong colors that you can
Hmm.
use them. And that's actually where they came from, like hibiscus. You can
Hmm.
use that to make the same thing, water paint, because of how rich in color they get. And then now,
Hmm.
give me a
That
second.
makes.
I'm gonna rinse this off because I added the other ones just to be sure. And you
I
should
was
use cold water when you're rinsing because you don't want to take any of the medicinal properties from the herb yet.
right.
So if you use cold water, it is not drawing out that medicinal property yet.
So one thing I've done that's helped me to get the bugs out of the flowers because
Uh huh.
those bugs are so teeny tiny.
Right.
I take whatever flower it is or whatever petals and
Uh
I
huh.
put them in my colander and shake them so that the bugs kind of
Ah.
fall out and then I wipe out the bottom because sometimes they like stick there and then I
Hmm.
repeat a few times. That way a lot fall out before I even get to the water, and that's been
Right.
really helpful for me.
And I use this. The salad spinner.
Hey, it
It is
works.
good. When you
That'll
gotta
be
really shake
fun.
that thing out of there.
Hmm.
And this one,
Nice though.
believe it or not, guys, I got it from Goodwill's Dollar Days.
Ooh,
Goodwill's
nice.
Dollar Days.
I
So
got a
what
new
I'm
bowl
going to
today
do,
at Goodwill for mine.
huh?
I got a new bowl today at Goodwill.
Oh,
For my
oh,
herbs.
yeah,
They need their own little equipment.
right.
Yep, yep. But you have to
So
have really like specific size because depending on what size your pan is, you have to have a
yeah,
certain kind of bowl.
it's true. It is definitely true. So this here, I'm just showing you guys. This is I made this tincture, and this one is with the vinegar in it. Well,
Ooh.
the apple cider vinegar. This is plantain. I spoke about using plantain when I
Mhm.
did the live on Monday. I believe it was Monday or Tuesday with
I'm moving you over so you can see I have a
you got
dehydrator
the
full of it,
dehydrator.
full of
Yeah.
plantain.
Listen, that plantain is serious now. It
Yes,
is very
ma'am.
serious. This is what I use, and I put it in a spray bottle like this. and
Ooh.
you see it's well loved. It is great for bug bites. Plantain you can find in your backyard, your neighbor's yard. Get permission.
Uh-huh. Everybody's yard.
But it is everywhere. I'm telling you, I
Garden.
went crazy at the Tree King when she said I can pick whatever I want, all that I want. If I could have, I'd have got a truck and pulled up. She
Uh-huh.
had so much burdock, and the beautiful thing is when you allow
Ooh.
nature to do what it do, it will give us
Mhm.
so much. But
Yeah.
now I know where to go back to pull up that root.
Yeah.
So
That's gonna be
October,
amazing
here I
this
come.
fall. Mhm.
So plantain is what I make, and I keep this as a spray when I'm going out into the garden to protect me from bug bites. I do have sleeves, and matter of fact, I will give away some sleeves today in the live.
Ooh.
Um, I am great. Patel, where are you from? And TZ in the bushes. So that is plantain. I would love to go to other countries because I want to see, like, pick herbs and stuff from other
Right?
countries. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even if I
Mm,
went to other states, I would still forage too. I'm part of
yeah.
different gardening groups throughout my state, and so right now
Mhm.
it is everybody is buzzing because we're doing all these tours to go foraging. Like it is so phenomenal. Oh my god,
Ooh.
it's
I
phenomenal.
never thought
And
of
New
looking for
Jersey
groups
is
like that.
big for that, huh?
I never thought of looking for groups like that. I bet they have them here in
Yeah,
Indiana too.
yeah. If
Ah.
you have an agricultural place for like your town or your city, they normally have it. Normally, it's separated by
Hmm.
region of the state.
Mhm.
So like there's a northern region and then there's central. Like I'm in southern, but I was living in central first, so I had registered to be a
Mhm.
part of central. But I was northern. They be gone. They be everywhere. I learned so much from them.
Ooh.
Visiting the farms and things up there, and we go out and we sit and
Awesome.
this was a cool thing. Um, you had to sit in the grass, right?
Mhm.
You had to sit in the grass. You know how you do your videos? That's why I love your videos so much because it reminded me of what we had to do. You had to
Mhm.
go into the grass. Sit there, and there's videos of it on YouTube. Where you sit in the grass and you had to identify the herbs that were growing around you. You didn't have
Oh.
no paper, you didn't have no
Uh-huh.
nothing, but you had to identify it yourself and say, "Hey, is this
Nice.
something I can eat? If I don't have any food, is this a plant that I can eat? Can I
Mhm.
tell by the you had to pick it up, you had to taste, I mean not taste it, you had to touch it, smell it, identify it, and then you had to classify it. Is it an edible flower? Is it a poisonous flower? You know,
Ooh.
something I need to stay away from. So you had to
Nice.
identify the ones that were around you in your area. You had like a certain amount of area and you had to identify it. It was so cool. Like it is such a beautiful experience. I can't even just
It was
tell you
amazing.
guys. Like it is so much fun. So when I see you out there doing the eat the yard, I was like,
Mhm.
oh my God, that is so it is just what we do in our group. Like it's just so beautiful. That's why I just keep on going, keep on doing it, keep on inspiring us to eat that yard. Like it's super cool. So thank you for sharing that. And I
I have
love that.
so much fun with those. And I've started doing it at the vending events. So
Ah,
I have a weed of the week, and
yes,
I actually have to do it a little later today. I have to dig some up. We're doing plantain actually, and
yes.
so um, I'll dig them up and I have them in little cups, and I have a little paper about them, and they can take them home
Oh,
to
that's so
match them
awesome.
up with what's in their yard. But
Yes.
last Saturday, I was at a bird festival. That's where I was selling.
Oh, okay.
And she asked
I
me
put
because
my hair up. Let me wash my
it's at the
hands again.
park that yeah, you can see I I did mine too.
I'm listening. I'm just gonna wash my hands. Go ahead. I'm listening.
But I had to she asked me if I could relate what we were doing to birds since it was a bird festival. So I had my little weeds. I had 5 different ones,
Uh
and
huh.
I have a little card that said, what they do for us and what they do for the birds. Like, do birds
Right.
eat them? Do they forage under them for bugs or whatever? But the kids could take one of the little herbs in the cup, and
Yeah.
I sat myself right by this little enclosed like yard area,
Hey,
and
Crooked Peach.
they went in and they
Hi,
were
Peachy.
oh, Peach, girl, I was asleep when you tried to call me earlier, Miss Crooked Peach.
She's
You
prepping for
know
us this
I nap.
afternoon.
You know I nap every. We
Janet,
gotta find me an herb that helps my sleep to change, because I've been sleeping a lot, but I dream all night, and that is not my norm. I am usually one that
really?
doesn't dream hardly at all.
But people, so many, I don't remember any of my dreams. I had got mugwort because
Hmm.
I wanted to remember my dreams, but I'm so afraid of taking it because so many people smoke it. They smoke it, and
They smoke it?
they
What?
smoke mugwort. You think that they just smoke? What's that one that they sage burn the sage? No, they smoke mugwort because mugwort
What?
mugwort elicit dreams. It allows you to remember your dreams. But they
I
have
don't want to
taken it
remember
to
my dreams.
a new level where they are smoking it because they want to dream, when they want to be in this elusive state, has some kind of sedative effect.
Ooh, wow.
But
That's
so I was going to
all right
suggest to her
there.
chamomile tea, but she said she sleeps. So she does get sleep. She's dreaming a lot.
Yeah. And
So
I would like that to stop. I would like to, because when your brain's active all night, you wake up and you're like, I'm still exhausted.
tired.
I did
Yes.
all the things in
Tired.
my
Do you
dreams.
have any Celtic salt? Do you have any Celtic salt?
I do not yet.
Because you can put a couple of that under your tongue in the morning. I do.
Hmm.
I put that on before I take my shower,
Hmm.
and it is refreshing. Then after my shower, I'll drink some water, and it'll allow
Mm,
it to go down. But the shower itself helps it, and then drinking the water after helps to. But it gives you energy. And yesterday I told you about eucalyptus. Hang that eucalyptus in your shower. Let that
mm,
shower water run over that eucalyptus while you're taking a shower, and lift that spirit up. Oh, and Epsom salt bath. That
mm,
it relaxes the body some,
mhm.
but it also kind of gives you a little bit of energy because it takes that sluggishness out of you. You know how
Mhm.
your body
Yeah.
feels kind of like worn and stuff. So
Mm,
it does that too. Let me
yes,
see what
ma'am.
Quick is saying. You so yeah, you know what? I heard you on the live the other day, piece where you said you do smoke mullen. I forget who were you talking to. So I know people do smoke mullein. They do smoke mullein. I have some mullein
Yep.
here too. I have
I have.
plenty of chamomile. Chamomile is great if you need it to bring you down, bring you calm.
Right.
But you're already calm. You just need some energy. Get you some yellow dock. Get some yellow dock and drink it as a coffee in the morning.
Ooh.
I take my coffee filter, I cut my herbs up and put it in there. I mentioned yesterday how I take yellow dock at least 2 to 3 times a week. I put the
Does
yellow
it
dock in there.
does it work with curly dock? We have a lot
It's
of
the
curly
same
dock.
thing.
Okay,
It is the
that
same thing.
works.
Same family,
Figure
just a
all of the
uh
docks, the bulk of the
yeah.
docks do the same thing, but
Oh yeah. You got broadleaf dock, yellow dock, curly dock. They do the same
mhm.
thing. It's all the same. It's a coffee alternative. It's going to give you the energy you need. It's not like regular coffee where it drops you and bring you back down. Nope, it's not going to do that. It's going to give you consistent energy release throughout the day.
Oh, that would be perfect.
So yellow dock is really, really good for you. And I use the seeds. I wait till the leaves have gotten so tall and
Hmm.
it starts to seed. We still early, so the seeds is not there yet. It's all of the leaves, and you can
Yeah.
use the leaves. So use the leaves and all wait. Once the seeds come, you can take those seeds. I grind the seeds in my little grinder
Hmm.
and use it. But right now, I just add
Nice.
it right
Ours are
into my
already
coffee.
starting to go to seed.
Oh, yours gonna see? Let them
Hmm.
seeds come in. Let me tell you, if you wanted to sell them, you could sell it too. You could. This,
They are
I'm
not growing
telling
in
you.
my yard,
Yeah.
so I
Ah.
have to go and surreptitiously reclaim them.
That's like when I go to the park. I be like, "Did y'all
Yes, ma'am.
spray? Look, look. This
Yes,
made.
ma'am.
Did y'all spray?"
Right? Yes.
Do
Oh, so
y'all
my
spray
park
pesticides around here?
my park here, somebody they've got like an area that's like they've got like a nature center and they've got like a historic like Native American history museum,
Uh huh.
and they've got these areas of ground around them, and somebody planted lemon balm in those. And
Wow.
so they offered me all of the lemon balm my little heart desires.
Wow. I wish
So we
somebody would offer me some yarrow.
uh, you would not believe how much yarrow there was beside me at that bird festival.
Wow.
It
Wow.
was, I mean, it was just a blanket of yarrow on the ground. I've never seen it grown that thick. But
Wow.
it's really easy to grow like in your garden. Well, okay, I haven't moved it to the garden yet. I sowed seeds and I sowed them really thick thinking
Uh
that
huh.
they wouldn't come up so well.
Right.
Um, yeah, they all did. I think every single
Wow.
seed that I put down has sprouted, and so now I'm like trying to somehow separate them, but they're so thick,
Wow.
which is a perfect problem. Sort of.
Wow.
Yep. Oh my
I
goodness.
need some yarrow. That lemon balm, honey, is part of that. What is it? The Asteraceae mint. That mint family. Lemon balm is
Mhm.
right in there. Did you know that pennyroyal is part of it too?
Ooh, I've never seen
Pennyroyal.
pennyroyal,
Part
or
of that
I
same
probably
mint
have, but
family.
didn't know.
Huh?
I probably have seen it and just didn't recognize that's what it
Mm-hmm.
was. You
Yep,
know.
they're all in that mint family. They are in that mint family.
So we're making lemon balm. I'm making lemon balm, lip balm. A, because that's really fun to say, and B, because it, in addition to the properties that the lip balm has in general, because it's got like cocoa butter, so
Yeah.
it's super softening. It also is supposed to keep you from having as many outbreaks of cold sores if you
Uh
have
huh.
that, and it's
Oh.
supposed to make them heal up quicker. In theory.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
Um,
Let's see. Yeah,
Crooked Peaches in the comments telling letting TZ know about
helps a lot with the coughing, Tigsy. Like,
she's telling her
that's
about the mullein though. Yeah.
yeah,
You see it?
yeah.
Okay.
So the
So
mullein, I used it I smoked it to help when I had some kind of just really bad cough, and it did seem to help, but it's a little complicated because like if you smoke it, like some people say use a filter because there's little hairs on the mullet and they'll irritate your throat. Um,
yeah.
but then other people say the filters have chemicals. So if you try to smoke it without the filter, if you're not a heavy smoker of cigarettes, that is very complicated. And the
See?
same goes when you're making it into a tea. People are like, well,
Yeah.
you need to strain it really well because of those little hairs. So you have
Right.
to figure out a way to strain
Because
it. So I use a
that can trigger your
pillowcase.
allergies. It could definitely trigger your allergies.
Yes,
So
exactly.
what I'm making, I'm going to make a rose oil similar to this. See the glass bottle?
Did you see what Tigsy
So
just
that
said to
I
you?
can Oh, that she got the yarrow, right?
And that she can send you a
Yes.
rooted piece when she says,
What? You are
congrats,
the
man,
jack of
on
all
your
trades,
yarrow.
darling. She said, and now I make mullein tea. Next week on the Healing Garden, I'm going to talk about moringa. Next week we will get
Ooh,
into moringa.
I'm
Moringa
excited
is
about
called
that.
the tree of life. Moringa tree is called the tree of life. So we will get into that moringa next week too. I had a bonus, additional bonus that I wanted to talk about because Broke Farmer kept asking me about allergies and things like that. And since this is the
Hmm.
healing garden, I'm going to give you tips and stuff on what to use just by going into your garden or going into your area.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
I'm gonna make the rose oil into a bottle like this, and I get these bottles. These are great because you can ration out by the dropper.
Hmm.
And also when I make oils, infusions for people. I've had people who have cancer, lymphatic system, because I'm studying the body systems,
Hmm.
um, the systems of the body. So knowing what systems work together, where to work on them, I make my formulations so that it can help them. So I use this because it's easier for them to take this bottle and put a couple drops under the tongue. There's
Yep.
certain
Yep.
parts of the body where it goes, whatever you're taking will go immediately into the bloodstream. And one of them is underneath the tongue,
Yep.
and the other one is your
That's
belly button. Your belly button, your feet. Your feet
uh,
absorbs things
that's why the
right
onion.
away. Yeah, and your hands. This is why people
Oh.
were so sick during that 19, uh, because they didn't realize that pathway into the hands. And I
Mhm.
remember my doctor telling me the biggest thing you need to do is make sure your hands stay clean, touching everything and everything. He said make sure you're constant. He said and not I don't want to say that because I don't want to get him in trouble. But anyhow, uh, certain sanitizers you want to
Ah.
use soap.
Oh, look at that.
So,
Crooked Peach says you're her kind of geek.
uh,
Oh, that's like the best
I
compliment
truly
ever.
listen. I am a, besides being a jack of all trades. Yeah, I love studying. I love studying. It's so. I'm
Same.
gonna tell y'all a funny story, right? So I was in and I do have the roses on. I turned the fire down really low. This is low. I'm going to get my bottle in a second, and you'll see me put the roses in there, and then I have to add the oil to it. The oil I am using is olive oil today.
Mhm.
I will use olive oil. I am using this. And olive oil, guys, it can get really, really expensive. A tip that I learned too is you're supposed to look at the back of it. You want to
Mhm.
make sure that this olive oil has not traveled to 50,000 different places. You want to make
Yep.
sure that it comes from one source, and it'll tell you
Mm.
that on the back of your bottle. So you want to look on the back of your bottle and make sure that it only has one source of origin. Okay.
Mhm.
And so I'll be using olive oil. This is extra virgin olive oil. There's a lot of controversy about olive oil, but because I am using an infusion, I am
Mhm.
fortifying it. So wherever it was deficient in, I'm fortifying it. And another bonus tip is besides the rose oil, I
Mhm.
have some rosemary that I dried. So I will be using rosemary and rose in this
Ooh.
infusion today. So
Ooh, that'll be neat.
yeah, they're both for the skin, both for healing the
Both for the
skin,
hair.
calming the skin, and rosemary is works the underneath part of the skin. It gets deep down into the skin to heal the skin. So yeah, so I'm gonna try and do a little double bonus there. So funny
All right.
story.
While you're starting, I'm gonna run. I've been cutting up broccoli.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw my stuff in the pot for soup and wash
Okay.
my hands. So
Okay.
I'll not be on the screen, but I'll be here.
Okay. So I'm telling my story. So
Yep.
because Crooked said that I was her favorite type of geek, right? So
Uh,
yeah, it is Crooked Peach. Peach. It is hard to find that single source. It really is. And when you find it, make sure you just keep using the same one. But the thing about it we have to learn how to fortify our products. That when they give us stuff that is depleted and is lacking in nutrient, you build up the nutrient in it. You know what you need in the product, and then you use your garden to help you fortify it. So I know that, like, even for us, like, we don't even have the best water, so we have to find ways of getting the best water. For me, for making this rose water, I know what benefit roses are, because I know I can't just use regular water on my face. I know I need something that is fortified to help my skin on the outside while I'm working on its inside. Yeah, I know a lot of people that use the magnesium. That's my grandson. So I'm sorry, my grandson, he gonna make me get him. Um, I seen the mullen tea. I'm just going through the comments. So this is my story. So um, I don't know. Some of you guys may not know, but I used to be an officer. I retired. I used to be an officer. I retired um, several years ago. But when I was an officer, I was a correction officer. And what happened is a Berkeley filter. Yeah, listen, I bought a filter from the thrift store. We'll talk about that another day too. But so as an
Cool.
officer, right? As a correction officer, I had this inmate come in, and she went around telling people, "Oh, I knew her. We went to school together as teenagers. We went to school together, because people think they know you." And here I am. I'm an officer, and I'm letting her talk, and in my head, I'm saying to myself, "You're in jail. You ain't got nothing going for yourself, but you think that you're going to get props by telling people we went to school together." And I'm still not saying that. This same humble spirit I have, I've always been that way. Nothing's going to change that. And so she was, while she was studying running around, she was telling them, "Oh, I knew her. Guess what? She was a geek. She was a geek in school. Now she's an officer, but she was a geek in school. She used to sit in the front of the class and make straight A's and B's." This is now this
Wow.
is her telling the story. I guess she thought it was gonna make people upset with me or not like me. I don't know what her motive was. I really didn't have time to get into her motive. But the funny thing is that the other inmate stood up, was like, "Stop talking about her. Go sit down somewhere. You see her
Oh,
talking about she was a geek in school. That explains why you are here and she's out there."
oh, wow.
When I tell you, she sat down and then they went in on her. They was like, "You be in alleyways, child." And when I say they went in on her, they went in on her. My
Oh,
video froze. Oh my God. Why is the video froze? My video froze. I can't stand this. Let's see. I needed to catch up.
I don't know if this is enough broccoli.
Sound good right about now. But this is my water, and I know I didn't want to keep you guys for too long. So let me just show you how I put it in the double boil. Okay, give me a
Wait,
quick second.
why
I'm
is your screen
frozen.
black? Like your camera's gone.
Am I still
It's
frozen?
your screen's totally black, like your camera shut off. I don't know what happened to make that happen. It whatever it was, it happened right as I went to make the soup.
Okay, this is just crazy. Hold on, guys. Let me make sure I didn't black out myself. Okay.
Oh, Crooked Pizza
Can you
be
guys
on her
see me
show.
now?
The Crooked Peach.
Huh?
Crooked Peach invited you to be on her show.
Oh,
Yep.
some people try to make fun of geeks in school. She was trying to do that, saying when they were trying to make. Yeah, she was. Oh, that's super cool, Cricket. Super cool. All right, so normally, like I was telling you guys, I really don't do the quick method for. I don't do the quick method for making my products, but I'm doing it just for the purpose of this video.
Hmm.
So what I'm doing is make sure that your jar is clean. I use the mason jars. I use glass jars because um, I don't want to put it in a plastic jar when I am doing formulations. I need to preserve it and keep it as sterile as possible. So I use these mason jars. And I have them in all different sizes. I get them from everywhere. From Amazon. Well, no, I didn't get them no, from Amazon. I got from Walmart, ShopRite. They have them. They're really affordable. I think once they realized that we were starting to can and store food, Walmart price went up on,
Yep.
on these jars. So I went to ShopRite and got it was a little bit cheaper. But so you just take the
Yep.
jar and you make sure that it's dry because you're using oil. If you are
Yep.
using oil, you need to make sure there's no liquid in
Yep.
it.
Because oil plus water equals bacterial growth. We
Yep,
don't want
and it don't mix. You know that saying? Oil and water don't mix.
right.
I'm turning that
Who's
off. This doesn't necessarily have to be on. So I'm going to do my best. Dry these two.
add a glass
And
of the
oil.
broccoli to my soup broth?
Okay. And I had these here just drying because you want to make sure that they are dry. And that's why I shake them up. So it is important. So I have these, the large quarts too, which I love. These are great for canning, guys. I can't wait. I got so many tomato plants out there that I cannot wait
Ooh.
to can, y'all. I can't wait. That's gonna be so much fun. I have to come back and we'll have to do a canning video.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Right? Do you can, Janet? Do you guys can in the comments?
I have attempted canning once in my adult life.
Uh-huh.
Um, it went a little badly. Um,
Oh,
one of the glasses shattered inside the canner. I was doing water
wow.
bath, and
Yeah.
one shattered as I was lifting it up. So
Ah.
not
Wow.
ideal, but I
So
want to
just fill
try.
this
I want
up.
to try more this year. Last year the garden was so bad there wasn't anything to can.
Oh wow.
I mean, we had enough to eat like that day,
Yeah.
but not enough extra to be canning anything
To
back.
that. Yeah. The funny thing is last year because I was moving that I bought my plant. A lot of my plants survived, but a lot of them, I was
Yeah.
back at the drawing board.
Hmm. Oh, Crooked Peach wants you to know we still can't see you.
Oh, you still can't see me? Oh my goodness.
I thought you knew that we couldn't see you. My
No,
apologies.
because I'm
The
looking at this
special
video
host.
here and I'm live here. This is crazy. So I can see me on where I am live at. Let me see. What's going on? Let's see. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm so sorry. What is
Tech
going
happens.
on? At
Tech.
least 1 minute. Hi. Let's see.
So while you're doing that, I'm gonna go get you the jars that I've been using and ask you what you think about it. Is that
Huh?
all right?
Say that again.
I'm gonna go get the kind of jars that I've been using and check your opinion on them.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see.
All right, 1 second, grabbing them out of the room.
Uh, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me see. I gotta remove some people.
Okay, so we still cannot see you.
I know I'm working
Okay,
on
I
it.
didn't know if you knew. All right, so these are what I use to put my oils in. Tell me if this is a bad idea. But my
No.
husband eats a ton of olives
Uh
and
huh.
pickles, and they wash out. I mean, they wash out fabulously. You would know if pickle didn't wash out of a jar. You know what I
Right.
mean? Such a strong scent, but it's yeah, smells like nothing.
What you gotta do?
Hmm.
Let me see. Jenna, are you able to remove those comments down there? I don't. I'm
Crickets?
trying to. No, that Shari comedy person.
Oh, let me see. I don't know if I've got. Do I have that power? Let me look.
I thought I gave it to you.
Remove.
Hold
Yep.
on.
Removed
It won't
one.
let me.
Removed the other.
Thank you. Thank
Done.
you. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah. So on with those with the drawers, you still can't see me. I don't understand. This is crazy. This is driving me crazy. And I don't want to go out and go in because then it's going to end my live.
Right.
I'm not sure. Jesus.
Oh,
All right.
one
Hold on.
second. My stuff is starting to boil.
I'm hoping that it is recording me and that you guys can come back later and see it again. Any product that you use, anything you use for your formulations, you want to make sure that you only use it for your formulations. You do not want to add it to your cooking. So
Yes.
I'm gonna show you guys the water has turned colors. It's kind of a combination of pink and yellow. More yellow for some reason.
So I can show them something similar while they can't see you. Let me grab my jar that
Or
I just did this with.
yeah, I also did the I loaded up a video of someone making the rose water as well. You guys can check out that channel. I mean check out that video. It's under my community tab. I gave you a sample of someone making rose water.
Cool. So basically, most of the ones that you make into a water are kind of like a tea. I
Yeah,
mean,
basically.
this one's jewel weed, so it's not the
Yeah.
same color as her rose water would be,
Right.
but it's the same effect. It's just
Right.
lighter because the roses are lighter color.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this one is actually yellow. What I'll do is um I will take a picture of I'm gonna strain it and then I will take a picture of it so you guys can see what color it
Woot,
came out
woot.
once I was done. And you only if when you're boiling it like this, you only need 25 minutes. And so we've been on here for a longer time than that.
Yep,
And plus, if you bring the water up to a boil first, it'll pull those properties from your rose petals faster. Okay. Or you can just wait and let it slowly do it. But what I'm going to do is it's going to go into this decanter. I'm going to rinse this decanter out and then
that
you'll be able
is
to see it
such a
from
pretty
here.
one.
Aren't these so pretty? I think I'm going to go back and get a couple more
Yeah,
because
do
if I
it.
have these on my vending table, oh, I'm sure they'll love. And I can pour the
Oh,
rose water right there. You know what I mean? They
that's
like when I
beautiful.
make the stuff fresh for them.
Yep. I've got to
So
get my stuff set up for tomorrow. I a family came in and they were talking about like dad's got psoriasis and kiddo's got eczema and I
yeah,
was like, "Well, next time you come in, I will have some things I've been working on for you to try and see what you think." So, they get to help me test cuz I've been making stuff for eczema for my husband's little cousin,
right.
but I don't always get feedback. Like I sent
Uh,
home a spray for her probably 3 weeks ago and I don't even know
listen,
if they've used it, let
listen.
alone if
If
it's
it didn't
worked.
work, they'd be calling you first. If it did not work, they'd be calling you immediately.
That is true. So the options are either A it's working or B it hasn't been used.
I was gonna say, and the other option is they ain't open it yet.
Right. So I'm
But
going to
Cricket,
ask him.
Peachy asked a question too. Yes, these are fresh rose petals from my garden. I got these directly from my garden.
Crooked Peach, you got roses there? I feel like I should know this, but
Yeah,
I
do you have roses in your garden? Those are the best ones because you know where they come from.
exactly. Exactly. That's why. this year I won't have anything. Well, maybe I don't think I'll have anything rose at my booth because I'm just like there's a park where I can get them, but they've had to
Uh-huh.
spray for invasive species,
Yes.
and the honeysuckle that they're spraying for goes grows along with the roses.
Yeah.
So I'm not comfortable with that.
Oh, okay. So now also I want to give you a tip on your jars. Because you are using those jars that have food in it,
Yeah.
get you some coffee filters. You
Uh
know
huh.
the white coffee filter or the brown one. I got like tons of the brown ones.
Yep.
So Cricket, since you and Janet, this is your first time in my live on Fridays, I gave away some garden accessories last week. So you guys will be the recipient of some wonderful garden accessories from me. So make sure you send
What?
me your address. Send me your
Oh my
address.
goodness!
You missed it when
Thank
I gave
you.
out the garden safety items. So just send me to email me the glamourplanner@gmail.com and email me your mailing address and I will ship those out to you. Yes, yes, yes. And I appreciate you guys so much. So what I'm doing here is I've added my oil. You guys can't see me, but I see me
To do
prayerfully.
it. All right. So I've got some plantain. I'm going to do the same thing along with her.
Yes,
You can
please
see
show
me
me what you're
doing.
doing. Yep. So now what she's doing is she's adding the oil to it. Now it takes time. Now, Jenna, are you gonna use the slow method or are you gonna put that in a double boiler?
I'm gonna do the double boiler, which actually I'm
Okay.
gonna do it. I put mine in a crock pot with water, and that
Yes.
does the same effect. But
Yes.
I
It
can do
does.
three
It
of them at
does. It
once.
does.
Yes. Okay. Let me go get some more oil.
And then what I'm doing is I'm just covering the pot and I turn the fire up. It already came to a boil. So what I did is even the water kind of went low. You guys have to see this rose water.
Crooked Peach and Glamour Planner. I gotta get with the two of you because I have to make a trip to the post office anyway. I'll have
Uh-huh.
to tell you what seeds I have and see if you need any of those.
Okay.
Because I have some that I gathered from like my anise hyssop and my
Ooh.
tulsi and like some interesting ones that I gathered
Yeah.
from plants at the local recycling.
Yeah.
Well, it's called Rethink. Yeah, it's called
Mm-hmm.
Rethink. It's all about it has community gardens and
Mm-hmm.
recycling.
Nice. So
All
see
right.
what she's doing? You have to add just enough oil so that it covers all of the herbs or the constituents that's in the bottle. Whenever you are making a formulation, the what you are trying to create, the base of it is called the constituent. So that's her plantain. That's her
Yep.
constituent. And then she is adding her infuser, which is the oil. And to see how it's covered, it is above the plants and not too much. So it's
Yep.
slightly above the constituents. And then she's going to cover that up and
Mm-hmm.
she's going to place that into her crock pot. The crock pot method is phenomenal. Let me tell you why. It's better than this. I'm doing this this what do you call this again? Look, my brain just went numb. I'm doing the double boiler method, which is it's a water bath canner, and I have it's filled with water, but it's the water is not above my canner. The
Let me
water
show
is
you. Since
halfway through, but
you can't see.
she's gonna
Oh,
do it with
sorry.
the crock pot. Yep, and show you how far it's supposed to be in there, and that the water is not supposed to go above your lid. So if
Yep.
you're using like I'm using a small jar, and Janet is using whatever size she's using, the water does not go up to the lid. Otherwise, you're gonna disrupt the it anyway. Yep. So and you just fill it with water,
I fill it up to
and
a here for me, and
mm-hmm,
then what I do is I have my herb and my oil
mm-hmm,
in this bowl. Now this
mm-hmm.
bowl doesn't work with this pot because the bowl is
Right,
a little small.
right,
But imagine the bowl just a little bit bigger, and then after the water is about to a boil, I put the bowl on top, and
and then
then
sit it on there. Mm-hmm.
yep, just let it. If
And
I
it is
put
the
any
heat,
on it, it's minimal.
right?
But for
And it
this,
is. the
For
heat
doing
and
this,
the
I thank you.
steam. Yep. And it's the heat and it's the steam that's going to release those medicinal properties from her constituents.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's
So
also how I
that's
melt all of my oops. It's also how I
fast.
melt all of my salves and things. The
Hmm.
bees, I melt the beeswax into them.
Yep. And actually, I just picked up some cocoa butter. Let me show you too. I found me some amazing herbs while I was
Just a
at.
reminder, you cannot show us anything.
Huh?
Just a reminder, you can't show us anything. You have no
Oh,
picture.
girl, did I keep forgetting? You know what? Let me get off this live. Listen, I am so sorry. I don't know what happened. I hope you guys can hear my lovely voice. I love you guys so
We
much
can't.
for joining me. Thank you so much for coming into this
Cece!
live. So
Welcome to the
I
party.
appreciate you guys so much for coming in here. Cece, I'm sorry. My video went out. You guys can't see me. I hate it. I don't know what happened. We was doing really good till about 10 minutes ago, about
Yep,
15
and then it
minutes ago
just
now.
it
But
just stopped.
Janet did such a wonderful job of giving you guys an example of the process I was just doing because you guys can still see her, but for some reason you can't see me. Um, I again thank you guys so much. I thank you so much for coming in here. Hey,
Thanks for doing such an amazing live.
Cece, huh?
Thanks for doing such an amazing live. I mean, even without your video, we learned a ton.
Oh, thank you so much. So
Cricket.
now here is the bonus tip. This is the bonus. Y'all go tell Broke Farmer he missed it because I pulled this out just for him. If you are the type that you like, I have a hard time in the garden, my allergies and asthma, my allergies act up something terrible. I'm sneezing, coughing, all of that. Guess what? It's something that you all have in your garden. And I know you can't see me, but just hear the excitement in my voice. Guess what? Basil. Basil is in your
Woo!
garden. So basil helps with mental clarity, memory. It helps to repair and reverse lung damage. It lowers blood pressure, reduces fever. It let me say it reduces the severity of an asthma attack. It reduces inflammation. It bolsters your immune system. It's excellent for skincare. We talked about that.
Wow.
Excellent for skincare, and it reduces the risk of heart disease and against toxins, like free radicals that get in the body. And it aids in
Cool.
digestion. If you're ever not feeling good or your allergies is acting a fit, your asthma, go in the garden and grab you some basil.
That is so cool. I did
Basil.
not know that about basil.
Yep. And then there are a multitude types of basil. There's Mediterranean sweet basil or sweet basil as we call it, African blue basil or African basil as we call it, lemon basil, which is the Americana basil. Then there is spice basil, Thai basil, and then there is tree basil. So there are multitude types of basil, and I am still looking for that Roman chamomile. You guys let me know. But
That's not
basil is phenomenal with upper respiratory disorders. So with that, guys, I am gonna get out of here. Y'all gonna see me next. My granddaughter is going to the prom, so I am headed
oh
to Philadelphia. That's
wow.
my daughter texting me, telling me to get my behind there. I will see you guys. I am out. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much, Janet. Love you, dear. Thank you so much for coming on the live with me. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye,
Thanks for having
guys.
me. Bye everyone.
Thank you. Happy Friday.